Hey ladies, so I wanted to just share a couple things with you, some insights into what might be some things you need to look at as far as your weight loss journey besides just your food. So when you're trying to lose weight, I think a lot of people focus in on one of two things, or maybe a combo of the two, but a lot of people focus in on exercise. And then the second thing is on cutting calories. So when it comes to exercise, I think one reason people like to focus on the exercise is because I think it's probably easier to change your exercise habits than it is to change your food habits. And I think a lot of times people make the mistake of over-exercising or just overdoing the cardio and not getting enough strength training or, some stretching, flexibility, lengthening, like yoga, things that are going to lower your stress levels. So people just go and they do like an hour on the treadmill or an hour on the stationary bike, and you get your heart rate up a little bit, you sweat a little bit, but it's just this steady state cardio that your body really adapts to super quickly. And you might burn some calories, but I feel like if you go walk on the treadmill for an hour or something, you're going to be kind of thinking like, oh, I really got this great workout, I got a whole hour of cardio. And then people tend to overeat the calories that they've burned during a cardio workout really, really quickly. So if you're like trying to focus in on exercising more, my encouragement to you is not to exercise for a longer period of time, but instead to exercise at a higher intensity for a shorter period of time if you're somebody who likes to do cardio. The other thing is that you actually don't need to do any cardio to be able to get a good workout in. You could do strength training, you could do yoga. All of those things are still going to get your heart rate up. Even though I say you don't have to do any cardio, technically when I do my strength training and lifting weights, I get my heart rate up higher sometimes than I would in just like a cardio running or cycling kind of a thing, because you're really challenging your body, so your heart rate goes up anyway. It's just not considered cardio. So if you're focusing on your exercise, just try to shift your mindset that it's not all about how many minutes you put in, but it's really about the quality of what you're doing and the kind of workout that you're doing. So as you're tracking, you want to be making sure you're also tracking workouts if you're working out, because sometimes people don't realize it, but it's possible that some of your daily fluctuations of your weight going up or down or whatnot can be related to your workout. And people might think, well, of course, the scale will go down if I exercise. Well, sometimes it will, and sometimes it won't. Actually, for me, if I do a really intense, heavy weightlifting, like leg day, and I'm really sore, usually the scale goes up a little bit. And that's okay, because I know in the long term, it's gonna benefit me. And I don't need to worry about like, oh no, what happened? What did I do wrong yesterday? So the scale going up doesn't necessarily mean you did something wrong. So shifting gears from exercise, like I said, a lot of people focus when they're trying to lose weight on cutting calories. Now, 2B Mindset is not about cutting calories. While you may eat a lower amount of calories in a day because you're going to be veggies most, and veggies have less calories, I don't want you to think about like, how much can I restrict myself? How much less can I eat? Because in the long run, that doesn't work. If you're not eating enough food, your metabolism is actually going to slow down. Your body is going to adjust to your new level of intake, I guess you could say. And if you're going at too much of a deficit, then your body's going to adjust to that, almost like you're in a starvation mode, and you'll stop losing weight. So I don't know if you've ever done an extended like fast of some sort or whatnot. I've done like juice fasts for like spiritual reasons, and during those juice fasts, like, say you're doing a 10-day juice fast, the first 3 days, you might lose a ton of weight, but it's not like you're losing a ton of fat, okay? You're just losing water weight. Your body's just kind of like trying to use up whatever's on reserve. And then after that, you may go like 4 days and not lose anything. And then even by the end of the 10 days, maybe only lose another half a pound off of whatever you lost those first 3 days. So fasting or restricting calories or eating at a super high calorie deficit, like low calories, actually is going to make your weight loss slow down. So it is important to note and to look at your tracker and see if you're eating enough food. Because like I said, you know, if you're fasting for 10 days, you'd think, oh gosh, like the scale would just go down every day, but it doesn't. So the goal is not to be fasting and to not eat, okay? So you wanna make sure that you're getting enough calories in. So my kids are waking up from their nap. I'm gonna cut this short, but the next couple of things I want you to think about. When you're looking at your tracker, make sure you're getting enough sleep. I know a lot of people have commented in some of the message threads like, oh, sleep matters. Like, honestly, sleep is one of the biggest things. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body cannot function properly. And it's going to also be like that starvation mode where you're just kind of, your body shuts down because it's like, it needs sleep, it needs rest. It's not gonna work properly. So you gotta get sleep, you gotta be drinking enough water, you gotta look at your stress levels, you have to look at how much you're going to the bathroom, and like I said, you gotta be eating enough. You gotta eat veggies most. Fill up your plate with veggies and then make the extras, the proteins, the FFCs, the accessories, you know, the rest. So just think about those things. Think about what's going on in your life, weather, humidity. If there's a big storm coming, sometimes I'll like gain half a pound just because of the humidity. I'm holding on to water. So look at your where you're at in your cycle, all of this stuff. So don't get discouraged if you don't see the scale moving as quickly as it did when you first started. Let's look at your tracker together and let's see if there's some other factors that you can focus on. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great weekend.